if you want your chicken to be really delicious, you need to marinate it and take your time and put the spices in the right place so you get to enjoy the meal. It's the same thing for women. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another exciting episode of Pillow Talk with Dr. O. You already know. Today we have something very interesting, and always, I always try to bring you the most interesting topics that have to do with your sexual health. And today is not going to be any different. Today's topic is basically inspired by a lot of phone calls that I get. A lot of the time I receive phone calls and people will be asking me like, Doctor, what can I do to satisfy my wife in bed? My wife says that she's not sexually satisfied, or sometimes they can go like, my wife does not get wet, she's always too dry, right? Like, how is she supposed to be wet when you're not doing anything to make her wet? So it's not magic. So different questions like that, right? And I totally understand, right? You guys may not really know because number one, you're not a woman, and number two, you're not a doctor. So those are the two best people that can tell you how to satisfy your wife in bed. It's either your wife herself or your doctor. So in this case, I am acting as your doctor, and I'm going to be giving you tips on what you need to do to satisfy your wife in bed. So first of all, let me start by saying, right, men and women are totally different when it comes to things like sexual intercourse. We're not the same at all. We don't run the same way, okay? We are two different types of engines, right? Before I start, ladies, if you're the one watching this video, go and call your husband. Men, if you're watching this video, then you're in the right place. Just stay put. You might need to call your wife so she can confirm what I'm saying, if it's true or false, right? Because there's no one size fits all. However, I'm sure she's going to totally agree with me. Okay, as I was saying, so men and women are totally different when it comes to sexual intercourse. What works for you as a man is different from what works for your wife. Okay, we're not the same people. Like the book says, or the popular saying goes, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, or something like that. Yeah, it's literally true because we're opposites in a lot of things, right? So you cannot just assume that what works for you is going to work for your wife, and you cannot assume that because you feel this way, then your wife should feel this way. No, it doesn't work like that. Sorry to burst your bubble. So let me put things straight for you, right? Men, you guys probably can get like aroused easily. You don't have a problem like switching, right? It's just like light switch on and off. You're already in the mood. You guys don't waste time. But it doesn't work like that for women, right? Women, we need to, it's like when you're preparing, most guys are not great cooks, but maybe your wife can help explain it to you. You know when you want to prepare grilled chicken? When you spice it, marinate it, take your time, rub the spices in, marinate it, put the spices carefully, put the right amount in the right places, and best of all, if you even leave it overnight so the spices can enter very well, that's when the chicken is really delicious. When you just dump spice anyhow and throw it in the oven, the chicken will not turn out nice, right? There is a clear difference. So that's exactly how it is for sexual intercourse for women. You need to take your time and prepare the meal before you eat it. You cannot just jump after eating like that. No. You need to take your time, take it nice, take it slow. So one of the things you need to realize is that, unlike you that gets in the mood pretty fast, women are different. They take their time to get in the mood. You need to do some things to make them get in the mood. One of these things can be things you say, right? So you need to be nice to her even before you get to the point where you want to have intercourse. Of course, when it gets to the moment, you need to say nice things, whisper nice things in her ear. But that's just Jara. What I'm actually driving at is, number one thing that you need to do if you want your wife to be satisfied in bed is foreplay. A lot of men just ignore the whole act of foreplay and jump right into the act. It doesn't work like that for women. I dare say foreplay was created just for women, right? Because like I said, if you want your chicken to be really delicious, you need to marinate it and take your time and put the spices in the right place so you get to enjoy the meal. It's the same thing for women. So you need to focus and spend a bit more time on foreplay before you jump right into the act. Take your time, touch her in the right places, kiss her and stuff like that. I don't want to go too much into detail, but you can ask your wife. Just make sure that you spend more time on foreplay, and I don't mean just come. And foreplay does not mean grabbing your wife. Like, you need to handle her with care, right? Women are very, very delicate, so they need to be handled with care. So you don't just grab your wife anyhow. No, handle her with care, touch her in the right places, sit her in the right places, and you know the rest. So foreplay is very important. Don't take it for granted. For men, it may not be a really, really big deal, but for women, foreplay is a big deal. It helps to put them in the mood. When you take your time to invest in foreplay, you definitely get the returns or the benefits or whatever. Try it out with your wife and let me know how it works out for you. Now, the next point I want to make is oral sex. Yes, oral sex. Some men are like, I can't get my wife head, I can't do that, but you like to receive. Yeah, you have to go both ways. If you like to feel it, you must like giving. It's not one way. Your wife is a human being, so she needs to enjoy. So if you are enjoying oral sex, be ready to give. Except there's a rule between you guys that no, I'm not. We are both not doing fine. That's up to you guys. But if your wife is one that wants it, right, then you are obligated to that because it helps, right? Some men complain that, oh, my wife says I don't last long enough in bed. That's because you didn't even put her in the right mood before you started, so you obviously came before her. But let me tell you, if you invest your time in foreplay, oral sex, put your wife in the mood, she will even orgasm before you do, right? So it's just about basically, look at it this way: you're not just doing it for your wife, you're doing it for yourself, right? Once she's already right and in the mood, first of all, she'll feel better, and you are not going to worry about how long you last in bed because she's already going to be halfway there by the time you're done with foreplay and orgasm, as opposed to when you just do as if you are doing like somebody is rushing you or you're rushing to go somewhere or something like that, right? The next thing you want to do is notice her body language. So you might be thinking that you're a pro, you're doing this well. Oh, maybe you read this somewhere, you watched this somewhere, and let me go and try it out. I'm doing it well, and you're actually doing nonsense. Like your wife just like, okay, what is this? What's going on? You guys just leave me already, right? So you need to look at her body language. Look at how she reacts when you switch positions. Look at how she reacts when you do something that you think she might like. Look at how she reacts when you do something new. If she's reacting like she likes it, if she's sort of holding you closer, maybe that means that you should keep doing it, right? Just try and study your wife's body language, right? It tells a lot. Like the popular saying goes, action speaks louder than words. So just look at how she reacts to whatever you're doing. And if you see that she's reacting in a positive light, then that's a green light for you. If you're not so sure of the reaction, or you are not very good or very observant, so you're not very good with reading body language, you're not very observant, then you might want to try this next tip, which I want to talk about, which is ask your partner questions. That's why you guys are married. That's why you guys are together. You should be able to talk to each other. I know a lot of couples really shy away from this stuff, but you should be able to ask your partner, like, okay, how was this for you? Did you like it? Do you like it when I do this? Do you like it when I do that? Those kind of things, right? Is very important. If you're open with your partner, then your partner will open up to you and tell you, maybe you should do more of this, or maybe you should do less of this, or I actually like this. Like, some women might not actually like oral sex, although there must be very few. But yeah, there's some that actually like oral sex, right? So they will tell you, no, I don't like it. Nah, right? It's not for me. So you just need to be open with your partner and discuss with your partner, right? I mean, it's your partner we're talking about. No one can know your partner better than herself. So if she tells you this is what I want, then do more of it. If she tells you I don't like this, then do less of it or don't do it at all. It's pretty simple, right? So basically, those are the main tips when it comes to satisfying your wife in bed. Just remember that she's different from you. She might not like what you like, and she doesn't get turned on as easily as you do. The mood has to be right. Everything has to be nice. And of course, you have to look good. You have to smell good, right? All that matters to you. It helps to put your wife in the mood. So you cannot just come back from playing football all sweaty and and you expect your wife to be more than happy to receive you, right? Go take a shower, look good, smell nice, and she'll be more than happy to receive you, right? That kind of thing. So just a recap: number 1, spend more time on foreplay. Number 2, invest in oral sex. Number 3, study her body language. And number 4, ask your partner questions, right? So let me know if you've tried out any of these methods, if any of them have worked out for you. Let me know what your experience was like. Let me know if you have any issues. If you'd like me to discuss more topics like this, then just put it in the comment section down below and I'll be more than happy to discuss. So I hope I've been able to help someone out there with tips on how to satisfy their wife in bed. Like I always say, your sexual health is as important as your general health and well-being. See you next week.